This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Icon Podcast, sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants. I'm your host, Gianna, and today we've got Kevin Feely. He's going to share his story with us. Kevin, thanks for your time today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So take us back to the beginning, Kevin. Who are you? Where are you from? How did you grow up to become a real estate agent?
So I'm from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Born and raised here for sure. So I came from, I used to be in the bar scene. So I owned a nightclub, restaurant.
Cool.
But I always laugh at this one because every time I interview agents, I ask them why they got into real estate. And they always say, I have a passion for real estate. It's pretty much 100% of the time they answer that. But I'm going to say the same thing, right? I always wanted to get into investing and all that stuff myself. And what better way to do that to enter real estate, right?
Right,
So.
Absolutely. And learn it yourself and sell yourself your own investment properties, and it's a win-win all around. So, Kevin, in that case, did you start out with investing, property management, or did you jump straight in with a brokerage? How did you get introduced to EXP?
Yeah, so I was at a couple different brokerages before EXP.
Mm-hmm.
How I got I don't know if I'm allowed to say different brokerage names and that kind of
you're
thing
fine.
with it. Yeah. So I was at Keller Williams. Then I went to Remax, right? Doing a lot of sales for the brokerage owner there, right? Wanted to see the table. Wasn't open, right? Looked at where can I, grow my business, right? Where it actually is beneficial for me to do the amount of business that I'm doing, and where can I see the benefit, right? As opposed to making money for that owner of that brokerage.
Right, absolutely. And so, who brought up EXP to you? Were you skeptical of it? And how did that transition look like for you?
It just came at a time where it seemed like a change. I was actually agent like 13 in Ontario or something. I was one of the first people in my area to join. But the person who I followed in was really what made sense to me. He was someone that I saw as successful, someone that I saw as seeing the future, and also someone I trusted, right? So kind of took the leap of faith there, and glad I did.
Absolutely. So now that you're over here, Kevin, obviously you're enjoying being an Icon agent, the benefits that come with that, stock options, rev share, collaboration, online training, online world. So what's your favorite part about EXP? Why do you choose to stay here? What do you enjoy most about it?
I think it is. I think it is the aspect that we are kind of all connected in one brokerage, right? And we all want to see the brokerage do well. And so I think even the office that we've built here, the culture of supporting, right? But then also having, agents from all over, right? I've met EXP agents from all over who are very open and sharing what works for them, and kind of we all have the same goal of growing this company together, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. The stock, it makes it very incentivizing to help out and make sure more people know about EXP and they're good producers and self-starters, and bring them over and just grow the company, which is great. So Kevin, let's talk about you before we talk about, production and all those things. What does your work-life balance look like? How do you draw a line between work and play, set boundaries for yourself, and make sure you're taking care of Kevin while also being a top producer?
Yeah, so I actually just had a baby. So
congratulations.
Yeah, so he's 7 weeks today, actually. So
oh my gosh, brand new baby. Well, how are you making sure you have time to step back and take in all these moments when they're so little, while also being such a high producer?
I think the people around you, right? I think that's what it is. We've grown a culture, a little EXP family. So we're all there for each other, right? When someone goes on vacation, when someone gets sick, when someone just has a baby, you know,
Yes.
we're there. The support's there. You're not alone, right? And that's the biggest thing about this company and about, I say our group especially, but I'm sure there's a lot of other groups that have the same culture.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kevin, you're talking about a group. So do you have other agents? Are you on a team? Do you have virtual assistants that are on site with you? How do you leverage that out?
Yeah, so I'm a team leader. We have 8 agents. We have 2 administrative staff. We have a full-time inside sales person as well. And then I have, other agents that I help mentor that are solo agents that have our offices, share our office as well, right? As well as the people, that brought me over to the company. We're a good group. We meet bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks we sit there, mastermind, and help each other out.
Awesome. That's awesome. So, to scale up your business to this size, there's a lot on your plate, and I'm sure, you've had to give some tasks up to be able to scale to that level. So, when you were looking to take your business to the next level, Kevin, what were some of the first tasks that maybe you delegated out or purchased, a system and processes for, or hired an assistant for? What were some of the first things to take off your plate to really help you get to the next level?
For sure. So, coming from the industry that I was in, I used to do real estate part-time. And when I jumped full into it, I ended up doing 40 deals in 6 months on my own. Yeah, and I was just so burnt out, right? Like you can't live like that. So
I can
that's
only
where
imagine.
that's where I started to leverage out. But I think what it comes down to is you got to look at what are you making and what is your time worth by the hour, right? And if you can pay someone less than that, then you should, right? And that's really what it comes down to, because EXP like stands for exponential, right? So I guess, and that's really what it is. It's what can you scale and what can you grow, right? So I think that's what it is first get the revenue generating on your own, right? And then every time you can pay someone else to help you grow the business, it's always worth it.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to spend money to make money. And Kevin, let's talk production now, right? So in your area, what does that average housing price look like for you? And how many homes do you have to sell to be able to cap?
Yeah, so the average price point's around 600K. It was about 700K a couple months ago. But so market changes quite a bit here.
Yeah.
I don't even know the math because we cap so quick, right? But it's only a few deals for sure.
Okay, awesome. No, that's okay. A lot of people don't know the math. They just they put their head down and they sell as many houses as they can, and they hit that cap and hit those transactions after. So beyond that, Kevin, there's a cultural commitment that you have to live up to when it comes to EXP. So you've got to be a mentor, a coach, teacher, be on panels, vet other icons. So what is your cultural commitment and why do you choose that?
So I do mentor some agents, and I think it's all about giving back. I think you learn a lot more as you help people, and it's I think the more you give, the more you get, right? So we also we're big supporters in our community and stuff too. So that's a big aspect of our team is giving back. So we try and help as much as possible. I'm actually going to go to EXP Con for the first time this year, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that's going to be great. I will be there too. So make sure to stop by the Spear Rocket booth and say hello to me. But Kevin, I think the cultural commitment is really exciting for EXP because you're in the top 2% of the company. You're the ones that are being leaders, giving back, teaching, mentoring. So I think that's really cool. And the Icon Award also comes with a lot of benefits to you, right? So you get that cap back in stock. You get the opportunity to earn stock for going to EXP Con, shareholders. You get a big glass shiny trophy. So what's your favorite part about being an Icon agent, and why are you going to continue to set that on a list of goals and standards for yourself?
I think the biggest thing I like about the Icon agent is one of the biggest things I like about EXP, which is the stocks. I think when I joined the company, I put that on the back burner in the value proposition, and it really became something very special, right? And it's the stocks can go up and down, but I'm part of the I forget what it's called, where you buy stock as a part of your commissions, right? Stock program. I'm not sure exactly what the term is for it, but I mean, I love the stocks of the company because I know what it's going to become, and I see the growth there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that stock program, it's exciting. And what better way to incentivize employee retention than to give them a piece of the pie, right? And get them excited about being part of EXP and the growth here. And Kevin, for somebody that just came over to EXP, maybe they've been an agent for a while, or maybe they're a rookie and they are looking to icon in their first year. That's a big goal. So is that goal even possible for them? Or what are some, daily goals to set out to help reach that, or some big mistakes to avoid?
So I'm going to tell a story. I don't even know if I should.
Yeah, tell it.
But there was a brokerage in our city that had an emergency meeting when everyone was leaving to EXP. And we got a link to that meeting, and we heard them talk about EXP and say, hey, don't let them trick you. Icon program is not something attainable. And I couldn't believe that a brokerage was telling people that they couldn't sell 25 homes a year, and we're sitting there listening to it, and every single person in the room was an EXP Icon agent. And most people in my circle are. So yeah, that was huge for us. I couldn't believe that, the owner of a brokerage would be telling why would you want those agents there if you think that they couldn't sell homes?
Right. Well, obviously they don't want them to come to EXP either, because they don't want to lose that money out of their pocket. That's crazy.
Yeah, the other brokerages, they just want you to cap and stay there, right? Whereas EXP wants to see you do as much as possible and wants to reward you for excelling.
Right. And so, Kevin, that being said, I guess what would you say to the people that are nervous about making the jump to EXP, right? Because other brokerages are going to tell them, hey, don't go over there. The Icon Award's not even attainable. The benefits that EXP has are impossible. It's a pyramid scheme. Don't do it. So, you're over here. So what would you have to say to somebody looking to make that move? But they're nervous too, because their broker is telling them these lies.
I mean, it's the same thing as the 4-minute mile, right? Everyone thought it was impossible until somebody did it. I can tell you, everyone around me is an Icon agent, and the people at the other brokerages think it's not possible because they're not doing it. But come over to EXP and you'll see how easy it is.
Yeah, and it's possible within your first year, you think?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah. And how many times have you iconed, Kevin?
So just twice, because I was a part-time agent prior, right? But since I came full-time, I icon within the first 2 months.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's many more coming.
Yeah, that's exciting. And you've got these stock options that are building up and waiting for you, and used for a retirement fund, or sending that new baby of yours off to college, or whatever you guys decide to do. But that's an awesome nest egg to have later on in life, and an opportunity that you're not going to get at many other brokerages. The several different streams of income between commission, teams, rev share, and stock. It's pretty incredible, pretty life-changing. If you guys have questions about EXP, feel free to reach out to Kevin. Feel free to check out some of these other episodes, because it's a change that everybody's going to be making eventually. It's not if you come over to EXP, it's when. And Kevin, we are almost at 15 minutes. Is there anything that you'd like to leave the listeners with today as we wrap it up?
No, I think it's great what you're doing, because it's not about selling people on EXP. It's about educating them. You're just telling them the truth, guys. It's quite easy to make the decision when you know what the facts are.
Right. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, if I go over to EXP, all they do is recruit. And that's not true. I think maybe 12% of agents here even try to recruit or build up their downline, which it's a shame more don't try to attract agents, because that is an awesome stream of income. But if you don't want to come over here and you never want to recruit a day in your life, well, I guess if you do want to come over here and you never want to recruit a day in your life, you don't have to. There's no minimum. There's no reason to, but it's an awesome benefit.
I've never done a single recruitment call. I have 20 people in my downline just from the amount of homes that we sell. People see us successful and they want to come follow us.
Isn't that crazy, guys? And that's just organically, that's naturally, because EXP has built a model that has had many years to face some trials and errors. And now we're quickly approaching probably 84,000 agents if we haven't hit that already. So it's pretty awesome. If you guys are interested in hearing more from Kevin, or about his upline, how he decided to, be sponsored by who he was sponsored by and make that move. Reach out. Everybody here is happy to answer questions. And Kevin, thank you so much for your time today. I definitely hope to meet up with you in Vegas at EXPCon.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Kevin. Bye-bye.
Take care.
This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.